box of textures. Today's exercise is to record from AUM on my iPad mini so that I have audio of these tracks. So I have two identical instances of ButterSynth. I mean, it's the same patch, so. And the third one is Pippa, Pipa, Pipa, however they say it. I always say it Pippa, but I don't know what it is. I love this. It's voices. All patches my own. I will walk you through my setup. The goal here personally for me is to record this so I have audio and I can drop the audio into Logic on my Mac and combine it with other things that are already recorded. But the other goal for today is to illustrate how I use AUM, Audiobus, and Audio Evolution Mobile together, 3 apps, as one studio on an iPad. So let's take a look at, this is AUM. Let's take a look. I have 4 instances of Atom Piano Roll. This is 1. This is 2. And those 2 are routed to the 2 instances of ButterSynth. This third one, there it is, that goes to Pippa. And the fourth one also goes to Pippa. Potentially slightly confusing, but the 2 sections do not overlap. So because it's the same patch, same sound, same part in a sense, I basically used 1 instance of Pippa here. I could have had a second instance of Pippa. You know, I almost did that for this demo, but I like how all 4 channels fit on the iPad mini screen, 1 MIDI and 3 synths, so I left it that way. It's fine. I'm recording audio. The MIDI, should I ever need it, is in the instances of Atom Piano Roll. Piano Roll is totally cool. What I did is, before I set up Piano Roll, you start playing, you hit record, and then you can record a MIDI keyboard. You can select the notes, you can edit them, delete them, drag them, make them longer, shorter, transpose them, copy and paste them. You can do all kinds of cool things. Basically, I use AUM combined with Atom Piano Roll 2 as my studio, and I trigger MIDI clips this way, and it works. It's just fantastic for the way I make a portion of my music. Not everything, but I do this a lot. So let's take a look at this. I'll just click play. And when I click play, this first clip is launched and it starts playing. I'll rewind. And you can launch the individual clips and they will start playing in time. It's just a great combination of apps between the synths, AUM, and Atom Piano Roll. But let us take this further. I am going to now launch Audiobus. So Audiobus is cool. Whoops, wrong one. I can go back to AUM. Well, let me set a few things up. So input for Audiobus on channel 1. I'll use AUM. And there it is. And what shall my output be? I'm going to send that to Audio Evolution Mobile Studio. And the beauty of Audiobus is it does all these connections for me. So it's connected them. I'm going to go and hang on 1 second. There we go. And here is Audio Evolution. Now I can go back to Audiobus, or I can go back to AUM. I can start playback. I can start recording. It's just brilliant. So, and here I am. Now they're connected. So let's go back. Whoops. I always do that. You have to click this little go back thing. And now they are connected. The middle one, you can have effects. Honestly, I personally don't really use that, but you totally could. So right now, let us go back to AUM. And let us send that. So the output of this channel is now going straight out to Audio Evolution. And hey, look what we have here. Let's go back to Audiobus. Let's add another channel. Where is it? Here it is, AUM. And I love that it flips to vertical. With one channel, you're horizontal. I don't know why it does that. It's weird, but I'm okay with that. Let's click here. We'll go to Audio Evolution. Let's take a look. And by the way, notice I automatically have 2 tracks here. Audio Evolution it's not weird, but it's mildly quirky in a sense. So basically what you do is you have 3 screens. The mixer, the master, and then here are the tracks. And you can see I have 1 track from Audiobus, that's the AB, and another track. Also, it's track 0 and 1, which is endlessly confusing, but you just get used to it, kind of. So this is my basic studio setup. So let's go back. So I will click this guy again. We'll go back to Audiobus, and let's add the 3rd instance, because I have 3 tracks, and we will add that into Audio Evolution, and we should be good. So now let's go back to AUM. So I have the first track going to Audiobus. Let's send the second one. And we'll send the third one. And let's see what we get. Yes, I can hear it. Sometimes. Just wanted to make sure. So, whoops. Let's record for a second. And there it is. So we'll go back to AUM. And we'll stop playback. And now we'll go back to Audio Evolution. And there it is. It has been recorded. Let's see, remove. There we go. I have all these first time warnings, but this is not my first time. Anyway, now we are basically completely set up. So The beauty of this is you have this palette, so you can go between the three apps. So let's go back to Audiobus. We have our three inputs from AUM, three outputs to Audiobus. And by the way, here's your audio, and you can do MIDI as well, although I haven't because it's already pre-recorded. Audiobus is like, can't live without it. And I was very hesitant at first because, why do I need this? But it has created this amazing workflow, which lets me get just so much done so easily. So I'm going to hide this. And if you can, you can drag, hang on. It's hard to do with a mouse, but there we go. I cheated and used my finger for that. So the problem here is clicking these launch things is going to be mildly difficult, but I will survive. So let me rewind. And let us give this a shot. So I'm going to record in Audio Evolution now. Yes, we're going. Okay, let's start. So here we go. And because this is audio, I could synchronize everything, but it doesn't matter because I'm just going to cut these audio tracks into Logic on my Mac, like I said before. So let's go. fourth clip is off, although it's still synchronized. So I could trigger the clip again, but we're going to end this bit by bit. See, not playing, because the clip is not launched. One more time through and I'll stop the first bit of clip. Now we're down to only the first Buttersynth clip. I'm going to try to stop it on that fourth note. There we go. And let's go back to Audio Evolution. Stop recording. Uh-oh. I might have to do this again. Oh, no, they're armed. Let's see. Ah, no, audio. Excellent. Whew. Scared myself for a minute because they weren't at the beginning. So, I'm done. And I'm going to bring these into Logic, edit them, use them as pure audio tracks. But this is how I integrate everything on my iPad and have a completely portable studio. I'm using a mouse so you can see the cursor and what I'm clicking on and that sort of thing, but normally I don't bother, but for videos it's very useful. And, whoop, hello. There we go, stop. Now I'm set back up to ever play this again should I need to. So that is how I have my Composite DAW trademark on my iPads working. And now I have the audio of this, and if changes in the beta for Buttersynth affect the sound, then we're still good. Not a problem. I love Buttersynth. Just a quick look. You have 2 wavetable oscillators, a full sample section FM, and a granulator. The thing sounds amazing, and there's a complete modulation matrix and control surfaces, a billion built-in effects. Buttersynth. I am eagerly awaiting its finishing upness of it, which is terrible English. Pippa I use a lot for voice things on the iPad. I love it, and it's so, this one is so plaintive. You know, I'm a sucker for distant, reverberant vocals. What can I say? So that's it. We have AUM here with Atom Piano Roll being my MIDI sources. We have Audiobus, which links everything together. And in my case, I'm using Audio Evolution Mobile, although you can use any DAW of your choosing. And see, here are my 3 tracks. I didn't have to do anything in Audio Evolution. I just told Audiobus, hey, give me another track. And I told AUM, send this to Audio Evolution. And magically, it built a whole studio for me. I mean, I've done this a million times, and it still feels miraculous to me. So, just for fun, let's give this a playback, and just to make sure there's actual audio. You know, it's just, I can, not that I recommend it, but I can fit this iPad mini in the back pocket of my cargo pants or the side pocket and be completely and utterly, totally mobile without having to bring my Mac or the big iPad or any of that. And here we go. We have playback. Always good to double check, you know, that things have worked, because you never know. Anyway, I hope this has been informative, educational, entertaining, all of the above. And to be honest, I don't actually do this all that often. Usually I'm just in, and I did air quotes there, I'm just in AUM. But in this specific case, because I did have to record, because I want an audio record of this, I've set this up, and every now and then when I record, like if I go somewhere and I have not brought my laptop, I can still do entire tracks this way with multi-track recording, and we're good to go. So AUM featuring Buttersynth and Pippa as my sound sources, being played by Atom Piano Roll 2, being routed through Audiobus and into Audio Evolution Mobile. And that is how I do a lot of my music on my iPads. So questions, comments, feel free to write them in below. I have a Patreon. Please subscribe to my Patreon if you're so inclined. Like the video, subscribe to the YouTube channel, all of these things. Let me buy fancy new iPads or something, I don't know. Anyway, thank you for listening. I hope this has been useful and helpful, and get out there and record your stuff.